What's up, YouTube family? Out here taking a walk, solo dolo today. The weather's nice. It's too nice to be for January 4th. It's kind of scary, y'all, how the weather is. But, you know, shit, I'm taking advantage of it, man. I'm out here in a beater, drinking my glass bottle of kombucha filled with water. No, I'm not in Yellow Springs. I wish I was, because, man, that iron water, oh. But anyway, so I made a post yesterday with the NPC meme, you know, which we all know, y'all. We all know that is like the meme killer, man. That's the meme of all memes. Like nobody can top that. Anybody with this whole left versus right shit, anybody like who just want to be just like petty and like post memes, I mean, y'all, the NPC motherfuckers won. Like they won that one. They won that war. But you know, like all this shit's childish. But I mean, but you know, it's all meaning and truth in some of these memes, man. Memes is a very important part of our culture because it does affect how society thinks. It affects the presidential elections, all that shit. But my point of making this video today, because one of my friends, you know, a good friend of mine, he's a friend of the family. You know, I went to high school with him. He's a gay guy. He's a homosexual man. You know, of course, you know, me and him, you know, we argue and debate all the time. I know we have almost like completely opposing views on certain things, but we also have certain views that are almost identical. And this is the beautiful thing. This is my point of why I do this YouTube and why I have took the route that I've taken in life. Because I don't want to. My thing is not to cause war, my thing is to try to cause a middle ground or try to come to a middle understanding. That's what prevents war. But see, when people from both sides are being ignorant and arrogant and don't want to like lay down the facts, you know, it fucks us up as a society. And this is why you got motherfucking armies and shit blowing each other up and fucking shooting each other and all type of shit. Well, what did he say when he I posted the NPC meme and he commented, and what he said was some real shit, man. And man, you know, shout out to my bro, yo, for saying that. You know, I'm not gonna say his name or nothing, you know, because I don't know if he wants his identity out there like that. But my like what he said the Catholic Church, all the molestation, all the human trafficking shit. Because, you know, on the right, like, which I don't consider myself on the right. I just said I have allied myself with a lot of people on the right, but I'm a neutral, just free thinker. But like everybody on the right, anybody who's like, you know, against the Joe Biden administration, anybody who's against this machine, this whole Illuminati, New World Order shit, one thing we're big vocal on is the child sex trafficking, all sex trafficking, but especially child sex trafficking. And just any type of child molestation and pedophilia and the social, psychological grooming and the systematic grooming and shit that they're doing, that is obvious, that Disney has been doing for years, Nickelodeon has been doing for years, and the Catholic Church. Yes. So I want to talk about this Catholic Church situation because I do notice that a lot of motherfuckers on the right are very, very quiet about that, you know? Now that doesn't mean we're not gonna keep speaking about the other shit, but the whole church situation, this is my thing. Like y'all already know, man, I'm not gonna get on here and start bashing religion because I do that way too often, honestly, and I'm fucking exhausted. But I'm gonna save some of that for like next month or something. But you know, a lot of these Abrahamic religions are rooted in pedophilia, man. I hate to say that. Like I said, y'all, Muhammad was a pedophile. I know it's Muslims out there who want to kill me and chop my head off. Andrew Tate says he converted to Islam. I'm like, dog, what the fuck? You know, I forgot to mention this in my other video the other day in Yellow Springs, but what the fuck? Muhammad married and had sex with a 9-year-old. That's in the Quran. Her name was Aisha. The what they call the Holy Prophet Muhammad. All ass kickings be upon him for that. You know, I mean, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, y'all. That's bad. Judaism. You know, I'm not going to say the J word because y'all, boy, they will demonetize my shit so fast, they will come get me. Man, Judaism is rooted in pedophilia. It's so many things that's like in the Kabbalah and in the Torah that suggests that grown men should sleep with underage girls when they're in a position of power and shit like that. Which, I mean, the whole situation about like younger girls and older men, I mean, that's natural. You know what I mean? A man that's in his prime is usually about in his 30s or in his like late 20s or mid 20s if he's really, really on his shit. And, the ideal woman is usually a younger woman, preferably like in her early 20s or in her late teens, like 18, 19. I mean, that's when they're most fertile. That's when they're most beautiful. That's when they're most submissive. That's when they haven't been fucking corrupted by and had fucking too many dicks inside of them where they lost their ability to pair bond. Things like that. I mean, it's common sense why older women would prefer why older men would prefer younger women, y'all. I'm sorry if I'm babbling a little bit. It's such a nice day, man. I had to go for a walk. I'm so intrigued by all the scenery around me. This is actually a dirt bike field that I just entered into, man. So I'm just kind of like looking at the graffiti. But to stay on topic, y'all, excuse me. Yes, it's natural for older men to want younger women. And believe it or not, younger women are naturally attracted to older men. However, there's a limit to that. That don't mean a motherfucking 20-some-year-old should be fucking with a 14-year-old girl. That's never okay. And, any form of rape or trafficking or forcing anybody to do anything against their will, especially if it's something sexual, because I think sex is like one of the most sacred things. That's a big no-no. Anybody who does that should be executed. I will say that publicly. Anybody who rapes, first offense, execution. Anybody who touches a little kid, first offense, execution. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like when we talk about people like Mr. Adolf, and shit like that, and a lot of people don't realize the reason he was the way he was, because he was against more than just a certain group of people. He was against a lot of groups of people, and it wasn't always racially motivated. So I'm just gonna leave that there. But y'all, I am kind of losing it a little bit right now. So let me get back on track. The Catholic Church, they've been doing this shit for so long. And it's everybody's so quiet. But this is my point. Here's my thing. This is the main point I want to make. All this shit's connected, y'all. To all these, I know it's a lot of pro-Christian people on the right. As a matter of fact, my friend who was a homosexual and who commented on the NPC meme, he's actually a Christian and he goes to church. It's ironic, man. I would love, man. I really want to get him on this show or on this channel. I want to start a podcast or something and have a real deep discussion with this bro, because he's a very, very interesting person. Like he believes in God and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of conservatives and people on the right, but they're all quiet about the shit going on in the Catholic Church. Let me explain something. The Vatican, all this Illuminati, New World Order shit, it's all connected with different entities like the Vatican, the Church of Vatican. And I forgot where it's at. Shit, I should know this shit, man. I should be ashamed of myself, as educated as I am with a lot of things. But like I know it, but I just kind of forgot. I think it's in Rome, like Italy and Rome or somewhere like that. Then you got another place in London. And then you got the United States. Those three places, those are the headquarters of the New World Order. So all this Pizzagate, all this sex trafficking, all this Balenciaga shit, it's all connected with the Catholic Church. I'm gonna say that again. All this pedophile shit going on, all this child grooming, all this fake LGBT shit in order to sneak the pedophile shit in, you know what I mean? It's all part of the Catholic Church, is all part of it. I think, if any matter of fact, like I have no real evidence, but I have enough receipts to show that the Catholic Church probably has a lot. It's probably the main headquarters of the whole thing. The Jeffrey Epstein shit, just think about it, y'all. Why is the media so quiet? Why do they not want to talk about it? So think about this, though. Why are they also not talking about the Catholic Church? Yes, everybody talks about the drag queens and shit, which is fucked up. It's terrible to bring a child to a drag queen show for the simple fact that drag queens are still somewhat promoting a sexual type of demeanor. Drag queens, they dress up kind of I mean, they don't always dress slutty, but they're usually they're insinuating sex. Like they're giving off the idea of something sexual. And then to show young boys a grown-ass man dressed like a female, you're already depriving him of his fucking manhood before he's old enough to decide whether he wants to be a man or be a little bitch. And I'm just saying, I mean, I hate to offend anybody, but that's my view, that's my reality on what's going on with the whole fucking drag queen shit. So that is bad. The drag queen shit it's not okay. It's not cool, and I'm gonna keep speaking against that shit. However, yeah, it is hypocritical that the Catholic Church is not being mentioned. But see, this is the thing. They're all connected. I think the reason why people on the right, like, not to excuse them, but I think a lot of people are bringing up the drag queen shit and not mentioning the Catholic Church is simply because, like, you know, they don't really. It's like, you know, the Catholic Church has already kind of been like talked about a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's already they have had like priests be arrested and shit like that. So it's shit like that has happened. But now this is more like a systematic grooming with the whole drag queen shit. Because with all this pedophile shit going on, look how these young girls are dressing. Just listen to the music and the Cardi B and come on, man. People are out here miserable and depressed. Most of these women, most of these modern new age women, I'm independent, they're not happy. They're promiscuous. They have diseases. They have a lot of fatherless children. It's just, come on, man. The whole society is just dwindling. We are becoming a society of fucking degenerates. And you cannot say that it's any right wing or Trump or Republican people that are causing this degeneracy. It's our own selves doing it. But yeah, the whole Catholic Church thing is a serious thing, and it does need to be talked about. But I'm trying to get y'all to like really think. I'm not just talking to one individual. I'm talking to all of y'all, whoever's watching. It's a psychological thing, y'all. They're not talking about any of these things. The reason they're not bringing up the Catholic Church is because they're all part of it. They're all part of the same thing. So of course they're not going to talk about that. Just like they're not talking about the Jeffrey Epstein. They're not going to talk about Jeffrey Epstein. They're not going to talk about Balenciaga the same way they're not going to talk about the Catholic Church, because they're all connected. That's what I'm trying to say. So what we have in this new generation, we can't let the media, let all this shit control how we think and what we want to do. How you doing? So, you know, to all the righteous, wholesome people, we're out here walking, drinking water, doing what we're supposed to do, instead of sitting around watching TV, you know, watching YouTube all fucking day. You know what I mean? If you got something to say, get on YouTube and speak. Instead of watching videos and always trying to, you know, like formulate your own opinion. I mean, yeah, do that, but also express yourself. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. It's all connected, you know. So that's my whole take on that. Yeah, it's terrible what's going on in the Catholic Church. It's terrible what's going on with these fucking drag queens and you know, going to kids shows, and it's all bad. Like I'm not on either side, left or right. They're all fucking up. You know, there's sheep on both sides. That's what my man said, man. It's the sheep on both sides. So that's really all I want to say, y'all. This, you know, I wasn't really all the way into what I was saying on this video, y'all. So I apologize. I'm so much more into my environment, my walk. I can't wait to turn this shit off so I can really just be in the moment. But I had to make this video while I'm out because I just felt the vibe to do it now. But shit, I forgot what I want to talk about. Fuck, I already know what I'm talking about tomorrow, but I can't think of it right now. So I guess y'all found out tomorrow. Peace.